Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Crafters TV on this fine Tuesday here in the UK. My name is Brent Watson. Absolute pleasure to be here with you all for the next hour on a brand new launch day on the large background creator card dies. Now, my word, haven't you all been busy getting this in your carts and checking out? Because my goodness gracious me, the product is fantastic. So I don't blame you for doing so. But we are here for the next hour and I am joined with one of our lovely craft experts who is going to be doing some fabulous demonstrations for you. She's new, she's fresh, she's got wheels, and we like to call her Sheila's Wheels.
Crazy you are.
I am, aren't
everybody.
You're a bit flustered, aren't you? I just told you a joke before we went live there, didn't
jokes. I was like, stop this now, stop, we need to get serious. So yeah, they were telling cheeky jokes.
Little cheeky jokes.
Yeah.
How are you, my lovely?
I'm all right, thank you. A bit warm.
It is a bit warm. Have you got your fan on?
It's not, fan's on, yeah. It's not as bad as yesterday, but it's still a bit sticky, isn't it? So, but hey.
Still a bit moist.
Yeah, that's how it is this week for us here in the UK. Been a scorcher, as they say, isn't it? Been a scorcher so far. So yeah, but excited for this launch because these are amazing.
Yeah, things are.
Aren't they? And I think you know, very often we bring like some more detailed things that because we know we have a lot of experienced crafters, but I think with these, anybody can use these.
Yeah.
So if you're just starting off and you've just got a, you know, a few dies, die cutting machine, the thing is with these, they're just creating a nice background for you. So it's a bit of practice as well, I feel, for you and getting on board with your die cutting. But they create some beautiful, beautiful projects, as you can see to my right. And we've got some simple ones and we've got some really detailed ones. So I think things like this, just with a little sentiment and a few gems, is enough. But you can go all out and add lots and lots. So I think everybody's going to love these.
Yes, absolutely. Well, they already are loving them, so we will get into it. The large background creator card dies. These are available both in the UK and in the US. So what I'll do is I'll go through the boards for you and give you the pricing, and then I'll say a few hellos. We've got Jan on the socials with us for our launch day here in the UK. We are both on Facebook and on YouTube. So hello Facebook, hello YouTube. Give us a thumbs up, give us a love heart, give us some comments. But this is our creator card background dies showstopper. UK pricing, if you are in Club Platinum, £59.99. And then in the US, for our lovely friends across the pond, $78.39. This is a 6-piece showstopper. So let me show you what you're going to be getting in the showstopper collection. Starting off with, this is the Heart Creator card die there. You are also going to be getting, I absolutely love this one. This one is your tiles. Very Mediterranean, very summer feelings from that one. We've also got your waves there. Now, earlier on in Crafters Connect, I did say that this also could be used as an animal print one as well. But, of course, we have done an animal print one within the collection. So you've got your spots and your stripes there. So although this one is your waves, you could be doing your animal print with that one as well. We also have the floral creator card, which is absolutely gorgeous. And last but not least, we also have the spots in there as well. So once again, 6-piece showstopper. US pricing, platinum price is $78.39. And here in the UK, £59.99. Let's see who we've got joining us for this afternoon's launch day. Trudy Bickham is in with us. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Trudy. Terry is in as well. Good morning, crafty peeps, from a very warm and sunny Iowa. Susan Hope is joining us as well. Very sunny and hot Wales today. Clista Walters is in as well. Hello to you, Clista. Lois is in with us. Good morning, everyone from Ohio. We've got Barbara in. We've got Jay Prezi in and Bean. Angelia is in with us as well. Good morning to everyone from Tennessee. Looking forward to seeing these. Faye Smith and Nicole are also joining us as well. So hello to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, wherever you might be watching us from in the world. Of course, Sheila's Wheels is here, and she's going to do some fabulous demos. So without further ado, I'm going to pass over to Sheila's Wheels.
Thank you very much,
You're
Prentice. Thank you. So what we're going to do first, obviously we've got 6 of these beautiful dies. And no, I've gone for the hearts first because that was the first one that Brent showed. But normally we would do it in like reds and creams and whites. But I'm going to go a bit off piece today, and I'm going to do it in green and gold.
Oh.
Well, it could almost be a bit of an Irish theme, couldn't it?
And Australian as well.
And Australian.
Yeah.
Oh yes, of course. And I was also thinking as well, it might be quite like masculine as well for a change. You know, as opposed to doing it all red and pink and stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring some black into it as well. So my idea is I've just made myself a little 7x7 black card, and I thought, right, went through the little scrap box earlier on to grab some of this because this has got green, gold and black in it. And then we've got a couple of panels here. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to cut the die. Now the beautiful thing about these dies, and I do believe Crafters Companion were the first people to create a card die, weren't they, I believe? And I don't, do you know when that was? Do you know how long ago it was? I don't know actually.
I do not have a clue. However, if you know at home, comment in, let us know.
Absolutely, yes, please do. So you're going to get, if you've never used a create a card die before, you're going to get 2 dies. So you're going to get your outline die. Now this is a bit like a nesting die. If we put that on there and cut it, it's just going to give us a square. However, if we then bring in the plate with the hearts on, as you can see, all the hearts will cut, but the plate, like the edge, this is not a cutting edge. So if you wanted to, you could cut that from the front of something.
Yeah.
So you don't always have to use the frame with it, but we need to explain that so that you can kind of work, you know, however you want it to. It can go either way, both together or both on their own. So what we're going to do, line those up together like that as best I can. And then I'm going to put a bit of tape on, just nudge that in a little bit there. Put a little bit of tape on here. And then I'm going to put another bit at the other end. Just let me find the end of that. It's just done a little bit of a runner there. Let's grab this. There we go. There we go. So, because obviously these can move a little bit when you put them in your machine. So, and especially if you've got like one that you need it to keep it square. So what I'm going to do is put 2 or 3 pieces of tape on here, just to make sure we get a good cut. Now, when you cut it with your through paper, obviously it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to cut a little bit different to what it will through like a thicker, heavier card. So it might be a little bit more kind of how can I say it? Not flimsy, but a bit lighter.
Yes.
Now then, because it's intricate as well, what we want to do is we want to put all the plates on. So we're going to put this one onto the white plate here. Let's move that out of the way. And then we're going to bring in the clear shim. We're going to bring in the magnetic shim, and then the other white plate as well, because that means then it's an intricate die. There's lots of detail in it, so it's better to actually put all 4 plates in with that, and then we know we get a clean cut and all the hearts will drop out of there.
We've got a nice full like sandwich.
That's a good sign that it's doing a good job and cutting them all out. I mean, I've gone through with paper. I could have possibly done it without the magnetic shim, because we're going through paper, it's a bit thinner. But hey, we will see. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. Oh, this is really nice. And do you know what? It isn't flimsy at all, even though it's not like extra thick. But let me bring in the plate. Look at all these.
Hey.
And we were talking about this before. If you cut like 2 or 3 sheets out at once, or even like you know, one after the other, look at all these shaker elements you've got here. So you could get yourself some little pots or some little jars, some little bags, and there will be a beautiful collection of shaker bits. So what we want to do now is we want to bring in, we can pop that over there for a minute. We've still got loads of hearts in here as well. So I am going to pass that through again with some gold, because I just want to do a little cluster of hearts at the front. So let's pop this paper onto here, and we'll do this with the tape runner. Now, obviously, we were thinking about this show, thinking, right, if we'd had 2 hours, we could have probably done like 3 cards in 1 hour and 3 cards in another. But obviously, we've only got an hour, so I think it will be impossible to make 6 projects today. We'll hopefully get 2 in for sure, and we might get a 3rd one.
Yeah.
But if not, if we find that we're getting to the point where we can't do whole cards, we'd like to be able to show you them all, run through different things. So our lovely Dean was desperate for us to use some holographic card. He's holographic mad. So we're going to do that specially for Dean.
Oh, nice.
And then obviously we're going to do, we'll try some in some, textured card. We're going to go through this with the glitter card as well. So let's pop this onto here. And don't forget as well, with some of them, you would be able to do them on a larger card, but do them as like, by tilting your square. So again, there's lots of ways that you can do this. Okay, so let's pop that one onto there. And then this one will go on here. Now to get this square, so it was the right size of this, I've actually cut that with that outer die. So I knew that when I put this on top, it would be exactly the same size and it would all work really well. So we can pop that on here now as well. So let's do this flat, this first section here. And then what we can do is we can pop that onto there like that. And then we're going to bring in the hearts there. Now, if you want to, and if you're quite keen on this, I might just get the little rubber as well and rub that little bit of tape off there. But actually, it doesn't matter because I'm going to put a little length of ribbon across it in a bow, so it doesn't matter. So this could go on flat, like that, or it could actually go on raised up, because I feel like you've got enough areas there to put your pads on. So you could raise it up, because that way then you would get the shadow as you look through it. But what I am going to do, I'm going to bring in one of my little, I've got a scrap of paper somewhere down here I did have before. So I've got a piece of card here because I've done a little bit of a mess up on here. So I'm going to pop this on with the dotty tape run, and because we've got those dots, as long as you've got your paper underneath so it doesn't stick you up your desk, this will help it stick in place onto the glitter. If you want to take your time and do it with your tacky glue, you can. You might have put a bit of tacky glue around the edge. But what I'm going to do, this is the speediest way to do it today. So let's do it like this.
Speedy Sheila's wheels.
There we go. What's that, sorry?
I said speedy Sheila's wheels.
Yeah, I'm not a slow driver.
Sheila, you've got the products over there, haven't you?
I've got what?
You've got the product over there.
I've got my own sets of the dies. Yeah.
Sandy Cockerfer is asking, what is the finished size of the creator card dies,
So this,
please?
I think when we checked earlier, I think the dies were 5x5, and I can tell you by what I'll do is just take these apart and I'll give you the actual. It'll say it on the packaging, but I might as well do it with the die. Well, I've got it here because that's more true to life, isn't it? Yeah, if you cut that square out, it's going to be exactly 5x5.
Yeah.
Obviously, this one's going to be a little bit less, probably more like 4 3/4. Yeah, pretty much 4 3/4. But you've not got the cutting edge on there. But if you wanted to do that, then you can. So let's just give these a little tap. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them. It's ridiculous.
There's loads, isn't there?
There's absolutely tons. You wouldn't think it, would you? Let's just give that. Oh yeah, look at all those springing out. What you could do with is a big bowl. So when you tap that and they all fly out, get one of your children or your grandchildren to catch them in the bowl. Make a game out of it, and let's save you doing it later. So we're going to put these out because we want to do. I want to do a couple of hearts from the gold, just so we have an extra little bit at the front, like a little cluster. So let's pop these out like that, and then I can go in with that gold. I think we've got one left in there. Have we? Oh, we've got a couple of. There's some right teeny ones in here as well. I think this is really good. I mean, if you're wanting to do it as a shaker card, look at all those. This is crazy. Right, okay, so they're everywhere now. They're all over the place. But again, you could be putting them around the edge as well. So what I want to do now is I want to pop it into here and get some gold hearts. So let's just pop that about there and we'll cut that. So again, you could be making your own bags of shaker bits here. If you do a craft club, all these bits are all going to drop out the dies. So again, you're going to have a multitude of them. You could be selling them, couldn't you, as little shaker packs? Right, so let's get this onto here now and let's cut some of these out. So I'm just going to take that down on there. And again, I'm going to put all the plates on because we're going through glitter card now. And glitter card's a little bit thicker. So let's do that. Let's pop that one through there.
Speaking of gold, Sandy Bellinger over on Facebook, I still have a gold Gemini that I won years ago. One of the first special gold ones, and it's still working, just like when I got it. A gold Gemini.
Can you send a picture in?
Please do.
Oh my goodness, that's like royalty die cutting, isn't it?
I've never seen a gold one.
Oh my goodness, if you could send us a picture, that would absolutely delight us. That would make our day, wouldn't it?
That's unbelievable.
A gold one. Oh, really? Oh my goodness, I can't imagine what it would be like in gold.
Yeah, we did a teal one for Hobbymaker, I think, didn't we?
Oh, really? Oh, yes, yes. I think I have seen that one.
Somewhere there's like a violet or pink one, isn't there? Yeah.
Really?
Somewhere in the world. Who's got it? Let us know.
Oh, my word. That's amazing. Right, so what we're going to do now, because I want to bring in, and I was just going through my craft bag, and I've got like some gold ribbon, and I also found like green feather, and I thought, oh, let's pop this on. So we could do a green feather. I've punched a circle in green. So what I'm going to do is build up a little cluster of hearts on here, but the gold hearts. I'm going to layer one or two, so you don't actually see the gold, the green underneath, should I say, not the gold.
Yeah.
So let's do a little cluster of hearts, and we'll do different sizes, and they can just kind of sit like this. And then we'll do one or two with some pads on, so we kind of raise them up a bit.
You raise me up.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for you to sing.
So I can stand on.
Let's grab one or two more of these bigger ones, and we'll put a couple of pads on these. And then we can then put all that bit together. Oh, yes. These are nice. So they're on there. So we're going to have another one of these bigger ones, and that one will go in a pad. So let me grab a little pad off my thing here.
I found out who's got a teal one. Nicola Hurton's got a teal Gemini.
Ooh.
And Jen Shang's got a royal blue. Was a royal blue.
Oh my goodness. How interesting is this? That we've got some different colours of Geminis dotted about everywhere, all over the world. That's quite amazing, isn't it?
Mmm.
Like it. So let's just do, I don't actually mind, to be honest, if there's a couple of green bits showing. I think it'll be fine. Let's grab a smaller one here. So we're going to pop a little one here, I think, just to vary it a little bit. And we've got this little cluster going on. So we can have a little bit green showing there. I don't mind. It's going to fit in with what we're doing. I'm not going to put sentiment on here because I haven't got sentiment nearby. So to my big one there. So let's just put a couple more on here, and then we'll do this bigger one in the middle, like that. So we've just got a little bit of an overlap of crazy hearts there. Let's just moved a bit. Come on, back in your
Oh my
place.
word.
Have you seen a picture?
Not seen a picture, but Sean Peacock has said, my first Gemini was dark purple, but that was before my heat tool turned itself on and melted a hole into it.
What?
I upgraded to the Gemini 2.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible, isn't it? Can you imagine if that had happened to you?
I know.
That would have been, oh my. I would have been so upset at that. So we've got that one on a little pad there, and then we're going to do another one just behind that on a pad. I'm just going to cut this little pad in half, and then we can pop that in place like this. Okay, let's trim a bit of that off there. Don't need that bit. finishing off. That one can just tuck in there like that. So we've got 1 or 2 that are higher than the others. And I'm just going to stick one more in there. It's got a little cluster. It's a bit difficult from above to see the height on there, but we have got a bit of height. It just means, and you could edge those if you wanted to in your ink, but I just wanted there to be like a crazy cluster of hearts like this.
I like it. You can definitely see the dimension as
Can
well,
you
even
see
looking
it?
down overhead. Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
sure. Oh, you can actually. If you lift it up there now, you can see it's like a little cluster of hearts. So what I want to do now, I was going to put a length of ribbon across, but I don't think I am. I think I'm going to tie like a nice gold bow. And then what we'll do is we'll just dot a few of these other little hearts here and there. So you could be using this for like a, you know, a special birthday. You could put a number on it. If it's for like a 40th or a 70th maybe. I feel like because we put the feather on as well, it's a little bit Art Deco, isn't it?
It is. To be fair, I know you said about being a masculine card as well, so it could be like a masculine Valentine's Day one, couldn't it?
It could be actually, yeah, it could be. So what we can do, you see, is we can have our little cluster here like this. So let's just pop, and I'm going to do that with, what I'm going to do with my heart, my feather should I say, is I'm going to put it on there because it can be quite troublesome when you put a feather on with glue. But if you, because it gets the furry parts of it get soggy. But if you do that and then you pop this on with something over the top, okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat as well. Now normally I would do my bow with like glue and put something on top of it heavy that would weight it. But then what I would do as well is I would maybe use hot glue otherwise.
Yes.
But that should just hold it for now while we get all these little bits on here. So let's pop that onto some pads. So we'll go with some bigger pads and we can lift that up so that stands out a little bit more. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a couple of these other little gold hearts and put them on as well, just scattered about. And then that one. But again, you could be putting a sentiment on here. You know, you could be putting like, you know, I love you with love. It could be an anniversary card. And you could do this in all different colours, couldn't you? It could be a wedding card even.
Yeah.
So you end up with, you know, something in their colours that maybe the bride's got, you know, pink bridesmaids and things like that. So let's just grab now a couple of these little hearts and we'll put these on. And these can just be scattered about. Just like, I mean, we could even do them like this. So we have that one. And we have this one, so we could do it so that we're going down in size, like that. We have that one. And then we do a small one. Let's grab a smaller one. So we can do the smaller one as well. That would just go there. Glue's coming out a bit fast. I think the heater's made the glue a bit more runny today. Yeah. So we've got our 3 little hearts there. But again, with this, I'm not going to put anything else on because otherwise we won't get time to show you anything else. You put nice little sentiment on there. Well, let's hold that up and then you can see like that, how that is with all those little hearts in place. So many hearts have come out of there.
So many hearts.
So many hearts. And look at the little feather will just blow in the breeze of the fan.
I love that. That's lovely.
Thank you.
Very, very nice indeed. Jean-Marie, Sheila, I love your handmade embellishment. Cannot wait to try this for myself.
Oh,
Sandy Cockford is saying, I love the heart and the bubbles one. Faye Smith, yeah, the spots in the bubbles one. Faye Smith, I like the spots creator card. Craft for my hobby is saying, I have the rose gold Gemini. I was here when we did that actually, I believe. Can't remember. Yeah, the rose gold one. I'm sure I was here for that one. And Catherine Wood is saying, hello, Brent and Sheila. Hello to you, Catherine. Just sitting in front of the fan and watching you. I have the Candy Floss Gemini. One was the first winner of Show Us Your Makes on Hobby Maker, so went towards paying for it. Love that.
How amazing.
Love that.
What a lucky bunch of people for being able to get all those colours.
I know.
How lucky.
Very, very rare.
Incredible.
Nicole, Brother Rick Rack is in with us as well. Hello to you, Nicole, Brother Rick Rack. And Carol Garwood Beard is saying, oh, Sheila, I love the heart bouquet in the corner. That is adorable. Adorable, tis indeed.
Thank you.
Lots of you joining us though. A big congratulations to Alison Mason's son as well. Just need to say he's started his new job, finally working a 9 till 5 with weekends and bank holidays off.
Oh, bliss.
Working 9 till 5. What a way. I know, what's a bank holiday off? Huh? I'm joking. I've only worked one this year. I've worked 2 this year. I've worked 2 this year. So, congratulations to you, Alison Mason's son.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy those bank holidays.
Yeah, for sure.
Not everybody gets them, but, you know. No, I mean, a lot of companies, you do have to work bank holidays, don't you? I used to do it in a previous job, and non-essential workers, we've always got to have the emergency services on hand, haven't we?
Yeah.
So hats off to them. But
Very
true. I think I've done them both in May this time, the beginning and the end. So, yeah. Yeah.
And typical, the weather is gorgeous this bank holiday.
Yeah.
Never mind, never mind. Lois is also saying, beautiful card, thank you, Sheila. So once again, this is our brand new launch today of the large creator card dies. 6-piece showstopper. UK pricing up on the screen for you now is £59.99. And for our friends across the pond in the US, it is $78.39 there. Just before we go back over for another demo, I've actually got a question for you from Nicola saying, Sheila, I need inspiration, please. My great aunt is 100 in a few weeks' time, and I am stuck for ideas for a card.
Oh, gosh, well.
To put you on the spot.
Put me on the spot, not half, yeah. I mean, she will have seen a lot of things, won't she?
Yeah.
And you think she was born in 1926?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is remarkable, isn't it? To be honest, I mean, I think when I've done them before, I've tried to look at things, not necessarily in crafting projects, products, should I say, that we're selling, or that you've got in your collection necessarily, but maybe look at what was around at the time when she was born. So maybe do it like in a like 20s style.
Yes.
Or maybe if you think when she was maybe like a teenager or coming up to 20, what was in fashion around that time? So maybe colours. I mean, that would have probably been in the 40s, so even wartime with different, you know, colours and different fashions. And or maybe if she's got memories that she's told you about, that you could pick some little elements out and maybe do something on a like that. Trying to think what, I mean, I don't know, because I've only been here for nearly a year. I'm not really overconfident in what products have gone before that you might be able to bring in. I mean, has there ever been like an Art Deco collection or?
Yes, we have. We had was it the Roaring 20s?
Roaring 20s.
And then we had something to do with the 60s as well, didn't we? I nearly said that there.
Maybe you could do like little snippets of different decades, you know, and then just do. I mean, the other thing, of course, it's always nice to just do if you're absolutely stuck. If it's a birthday like this where she's going to be 100, or when you get 90 or you're 80, is to just do either a big circle in the middle, a rosette, maybe a big star with the age in there, because that is what's important, isn't it? To go, look at this. When you see 100 and you go, oh my goodness, this person is 100, and then do lots of other little things around it. So very often I find that for people who haven't got interests but as such, but have got a special birthday coming up, you can just do the age in a star and then maybe do stars around it, or maybe do flowers around it if she likes flowers. Yeah, put me a bit on the spot there.
Good ideas, though. I like that. Obviously, you're saying do it from when she was in the 20s.
Yeah, I mean, if you could, even if it's just a little snippet, whether it's like a certain pattern or, you know, a colour or something that might remind you of that. And it's always nice as well to put like little I've done it before where I've got a really old newspaper and I've shrunk it down like I've just copied it like a little bit on my photocopier, and then used a bit of that on there and rolled them up to make like little newspaper, what look like little newspapers that might have the era on, or you know, it's there's a lot of free things you can print off now, I think, as well online, that you could, if you're not using something, or you've not got something in particular that could use, but hopefully that will have helped you.
Yeah, lovely stuff. There you go, Nicola. Hopefully that has helped you. Mary Beth Doyle is joining us. Hello to you. Carol Garwood Beard. I love the heart and the daisy dies for Sheila. And Karen Hughes, beautiful card, Sheila. Brent, my favourite ginger is my brother Philip, although he has no hair now. Oh. Well, in that case, I can be your favourite ginger. I think Sheila's wheels, are you ready and set to go for the demo?
Yes.
Yeah, let's see it.
I am, yes. So what I'm going to do, let me move that one out of the way because that was from the other card and I don't want to get it mixed up with the other die. So what I want to do with this one is like the tile. So if we bring it in here, it's done in like blue and black. And this is like, we've said, it's kind of a bit Moroccan, you know, a bit Turkish even. But the nice thing about this one is this is a bit unusual because you can see on here that it's actually got a little like V every so often, and that's to kind of put, you know, slot into the actual tile. So that would be something really unusual, a really unusual square, and you'll see when we cut how it will work. But what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to thought, because it's a bit Moroccan, let's bring in some like nice blue and orange, and if I can get this onto the front of a card, I will, but if not, I might just do like almost like a big topper that could go on the card. So let's then cut. So what I want to do, what I'm going to do is pop that to one side. I'm going to measure this. We know that this is 5 by 5, so I'm going to bring in a piece of orange card and I'm going to cut that to, I think I'm going to cut it to 5 1/4. Let me just think. Yeah, I'm going to cut it to 5 1/4, I think. So I'm just going to go right down there and pop that one over here just to one side. And then again, cut this. So we're going to have a little square that will be 5 1/4. Okay, and then what we'll do is, I'm thinking if we cut this whole thing out in blue as a panel, like we did with the last one, we'll have a little orange edge, but you'll be able to see through the tiles. Now, it's worth bearing in mind, I feel, when you're doing this one, because this is a close-knit die and very detailed, you might not always be able to see what you're putting underneath. Originally, I tried a piece of paper that had like a lot of gold on it, but it didn't really show through because the gold was just like a bit marbly, so it didn't show through really well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this from some blue. So let's take this down onto here. Again, you could be adding white to this as well to make it look like a tile. And you know, if you do any like doll's house stuff and you're into miniatures and things, this is going to be wonderful for that kind of stuff, because you could almost be doing like your little, you know, your little bathrooms and things. And again, I think it'd be nice to do it as almost like for a wedding. You know, we have a lot of people now that go overseas to get married, don't we?
Yes.
So someone says, oh, we're going over to Cyprus or somewhere like that to get married, then this is quite a nice one to use, I feel. And again, think about, you know, if they'll give you some of their colour scheme that they're having for the wedding, it might be worth just, you know, doing something like that, even if it's just a backdrop, because then you could be putting their initials on, you know, to, you know, signify who's getting married. So I think there's lots of ways of doing them, and the fact that we've got, it's actually a background die, sometimes I feel that takes a bit of pressure off you, having to think, well, what papers have I got? Have I got papers in this colour that have got patterns on and stuff? Well, no, you've not always got that. So it's nice to have a background die, because that way then you can go, well, if I cut this out in white, I could just add a little bit of ink to it. Or I could maybe use some of my like powders on top or some of my paste through it. So it's all about thinking what other things you could do with it. Right, okay, we're nearly in here now. That's a nice big crack there. Tells us that we've that should all be cut. I'm really excited to see this because all the bits of, look at all these little bits that are falling out. Oh, wow. So these are going to be all over the place, aren't they? I'll have to sweep up tonight. I'll have to sweep up before I go. They'll be saying, who was in here last? If Debbie's in tomorrow, she'll be like, who's left all this mess
Debbie
on the floor?
Robinson.
So I better clear up, hadn't I? She'll be...
Nah, you'd be all right. Fisher might have told you off.
Well, to be honest, a lot of it is staying in the dye. So I can just go and bang that out over my bin at home or here. Right, okay, so let's grab then. I'm just going to see if I've got my little dye brush actually, that I might be able to, now then, have I got my little sponge in here that goes with it? I should have, but I can't see it at the minute, so I'm just going to do a little bit of rubbing like that on top. And when you've got dyes like this that are really intricate, the little brush is great. You'll get a little mat with it as well, sponge mat. Mine is somewhere in that bag of goodies.
Stuff.
But yeah, there's
Have
all
I got
sorts.
mine from yesterday on the craft vault? No, it's gone.
Don't worry. Most of them have come out. There's just an odd one or two. And you can do it on your... before I actually had a mat, I used to poke all the bits out with my brush. I used to put it on my thigh and do it and rub it on my thigh, and then my trousers would just be full of the bits. But, it would... it definitely worked. Right, let's get that little bit of white out of there. Let's... okay, I can see... Oh, a couple here. And this is to be expected with any dye that's got so many little bits like this. And you can always rub along at the back there once you've lifted them, because that tends to help them come off as well. Okay, there we go. I think, oh, one there in the middle. Let's see. So let's see now when we put this against this orange, how amazing this looks. Because I think this is going to look...
Oh, look at that.
How amazing does that look?
It's like a stained glass window.
Isn't it lovely? That's really nice, isn't it? I love that. Right, so let's stick that down. And I'm going to put it flat. So I'm just going to find the little scrap of paper that I had before.
Yeah.
That one will do. I don't know where my other's gone. It'd be tucked away under all this. Probably over there somewhere. Okay, so let's do... and this is, I mean, the pens are perfect for this, aren't they? Absolutely perfect for it. And I would just say, just go careful, even though everything is like locked together. You've not got many little bits that can catch. So just take it easy as you go along with that, just so that you know it's going to catch the dots. It's really lovely, this one. Absolutely beautiful. And do you know what as well? You could use this as a stencil, couldn't you?
You absolutely.
And ink through it. It would be absolutely divine if you inked through it. Let's just go a little bit more down this end here. I think we've got a little bit sticky everywhere there. And obviously you can make sure you've got it covered. And you can cut it with your, put it on an adhesive sheet. And then obviously cut it. And then all the bits will just...
I feel like this would be a nice one to use with like some vellums as well.
Definitely. It would be lovely.
Well, to be honest, the whole collection actually to be used with vellums would be lovely.
I think so, yeah. I think you can use them with anything, and it's, it's a bit more experimentation, I think. Just going, right, what would it look like out of mirror card? What would it look like out of, pearl card? But, I mean, that is lovely. And if you imagine, if you're doing like... if you're doing a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, you could do like 4 of these, couldn't you? Mm-hmm. You could do them on the front of a gatefold, because I feel that if you cut down the middle there, that would be able to sit up against the fold of your gate there and the fold of your gate there. Again, you could be cutting up there and cutting little panels out, which is what I was thinking with the doll's house thing. But you know what you can do as well, and like look at something like this, right? I can do this now, and I don't necessarily have to put this on a project, because what I could do is I could tie like a piece of ribbon round here. And what I could do as well is I could then add like a little bit of blue ribbon. In fact, I'm going to turn that the other way. Because if you tie a bow that way, and I know this is bonkers, if you tie a bow that way, it ends up upside down. If you turn your project the other way, so it's upside down, and then fold, do your ribbon this way, do your bow this way. Your tails end up the right way. So let's pull this out of here like this. So I'm guessing our customers can buy these individually as well, can't they? Or obviously showstopper is always the best way, isn't it? Where you make the most saving. I think it's a really nice, we've got a really nice varied collection here. We've got some like modern ones, we've got some more, you know, some more kind of, what's the word? I'm thinking of the animal print. More kind of natural ones. We've got some really simple ones, so that are a little bit more chunky. We've got some, you know, like this is a bit more kind of, not abstract, but I feel like we've got a really nice selection.
Yeah, no, they're lovely.
And you could, you know what you could do as well? I mean, if you've got a piece of blue ribbon like that, that could then go on there, like that. So that would then bring that blue in again. So you can see how that would work. And you could just be making simple toppers like this. And then, of course, let's have a look what we've got. Like, let's see what we've got here.
It'd look really nice on the top of like a box lid, that.
A box lid, yeah, wouldn't it? But like, what about if we try, I'm just thinking, because we said about putting it on a white card. Like, let me bring this, I've got a little white card under here. So if we were to put this onto a white card.
Yeah.
Okay, like that. And then you bring in some of the white pearls into the middles. So that then lifts the white from the background of the card. Okay, let's just get this glue coming out, there we go. And let me just bring in my wax tool. That I used this morning. So again, yeah, I was using it this morning as well. I used this a lot. Well, we used them when we were in Crafterganza, actually.
I know. They loved them in Crafterganza, didn't they? I think we only had a couple in the US.
We did, yeah.
And they went
were going,
like hotcakes.
Have you not got these in the shop? I said, well, we had some, but you've all bought them.
Yeah.
Yeah, people going crazy for them. Pick it up and poke it down. But when I have to do it on, like, I have to give it its correct name, which I think is like wax tool.
The wax tool.
Yeah, wax
picking
tool.
up pokey down's better.
It is, yeah. But then if you join, you think, pick it up, poke it down, what on earth is that? You know, if you're new crafter, it's like, what on earth is that? Put a little bit more on there.
Debbie Robinson, is that what she... Oh, was it Fish? Debbie Robinson. Oh, me picky up, pokey down tool. What am I like?
What am I like? I know.
She'll be with us tomorrow.
She will.
The Barnsley bombshell.
So get yourself psyched up. She'll be on her way. Oh, she's so funny. She's so funny. You should have seen the amount of stuff she brought with her to the weekend event we had this weekend.
What, down the Cotswolds?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you should have seen. Honestly, she has like a chiller thing, which she fills with ice.
Right.
And she puts all her drinks in it. And she said, I'll better not leave them in the car. I'll take them out the chiller, and when I do, take them to my room. You've never seen a bag full of drinks like it. I think she only drank one. There was bottles, there was snacks, I mean, I thought I was bad, but that was something else. This huge fridge, and then she brought the biggest suitcase. I was like, Debbie, how many clothes have you bought with you? We're only here for 2 days. I mean, I took about 7
To be fair,
things.
I'd have done the same,
Well,
Sheila.
I know, I always do. I always take too much. I think I took 7 pairs of shoes for 2 days. I only wore like 3.
Wow.
But it is crazy, isn't it? Men don't own that many shoes, do they? Oh, no, I've got 3 boxes. I've got about 17 pairs of boots, because I love boots. But yeah, I've always been the same, really, for shoes. My mum's fault. My mum was always a shoe mad, you know. Right, okay, shoe mad. So
See,
you
I
can
love
see
my
now.
shoes. I've got loads of different pairs of trainers.
Have you?
Oh, thanks, Jamie.
You
Jamie
are.
just said I'm a very stylish person.
You were very stylish.
Do you know what, though? I think, like, I'll buy myself nice clothes, but then I don't know what to wear, like, as a proper outfit. So I've got loads of clothes, and then I'm like, right, well, how do I pair this together?
Yeah, exactly.
I always find a way. Cheers, Jamie. Wow, you've been so nice for today. What's going on?
So once we've got these pearls on here now, this could go onto the white card. And then what you can do is you can put your little sentiment on for whatever it is, you know, whatever the occasion is. And then what you can do, obviously, you would layer that onto your white card like that with your little sentiment. And that would look, it's really classy because it's just quite simple. But what we'll do with the next ones, if we've got chance now, we'll just run all the others through for you, and then you can see how well they look and how nice they will look, run through with different cardstock and different paper.
Yeah.
So there we go. So again, you could put your sentiment on there, but you could just be making like little toppers like that, and then put them onto a project as and when you need them. It's just a nice bit of crafting time for you, and you can get used to what colours and things you can do. But again, it's just really simple. If you imagine a nice little sentiment on there, that would look quite classy.
Yeah, I love that. I really, really like that. Do you know what it's kind of reminding me of as well?
What's that?
Oh, you know how I said if you put put my teeth in, if you popped it on a box lid,
Oh, yes.
Terry's chocolate orange.
Definitely.
You could pop some of them in there, couldn't you?
Absolutely, yeah. It would be marvellous
colours,
on
yeah.
the top of a box. Yeah, it really, really would.
Love that.
Yeah, really would.
Who is commenting here? Nicola is saying, thank you, you're amazing to come up with those ideas, Sheila. I can work with your ideas. Mary Beth Doyle, I went for the daisy die. I don't usually make square cards since the postage is quite high. I make 98% of my cards as a 5x7, but I love the daisies, so I caved. Yeah, the daisies are really cute. Creative design, beautiful die, so pretty against the white paper as well. Great tip for tying a bow as well. And Carol Garwood, Beard is saying the mosaic has so many possibilities. Yes, it does. Also, I'm sure Tiffany, I saw a comment from her earlier. Where's it at? Where's she gone? Where's she gone? Miss T, Judge Peach. She is. She's watching on YouTube. Good morning, Brent and Crafty Friends. Good morning to you. How is it in Atlanta? Can't wait to come and visit. So yes, that is another one of the gorgeous creator card dies that you've just seen Sheila demoing with there. US pricing for the showstopper is $78.39. And then in the UK, it is £59.99 for the 6p showstopper. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the board. So this one is the lovely spots that we've got. And then our Sheila's wheels is going to, what's she doing, Dean? Oh, she's cutting it. She's going to cut it.
So I'm going to cut it,
show us.
But I'm going to cut it from some holographic card. Because I think...
Oh, yes.
And this is holographic card with stars on of one of our pads down the bottom here. So I thought this would look great. We've got a bit of silver there as well that we could pop behind it to give you an idea as to how it looks. So let's pop that one onto there. Let's pop the plate on there. The magnetic shim. I'm not sure if we need to do the magnetic shim, to be honest. Well, but anyway, let's try it. Let's just try it without, just to see, because I feel like it would still do it. I know it's intricate, but I feel like it would still do that. So let's see. So we'll pop that through there. And this is going to be great because if you do this with the bubbles and the spots, it is spots, isn't it? If you use the spots, yeah, it's not thumping quite as much there, so it might be okay. We will see in 1 second. Let me just bring in my pocket tool there. I think it has done it a treat.
Yeah, straight through.
So, let me have a look and see. Yeah, I should have put the shim on. Let's do it again. Let me see if I can line that back up. I feel like we should have put the shim on. Let's see. Because we've got a couple that have got the... Let's see. There we go. What I am going to do, I'm going to do it, rather than turn it over,
yeah.
What I'm going to do is do my plate, and plate's the opposite way around.
Yes.
So we would do like this. So all you need to do, if this does happen, and you need to put it through again, what you're going to do is you're going to have that one and that one, and then have your die on there like that. So I'm just doing it back to front in the hope that that will pop those out as we need them to be popped out. Okay, let's see. But I'm not going to turn that over. What do you think? Oh, let's turn it over. Let's turn it over and put it through the correct way that it should be done. Now, it'll probably click a bit as it goes through. Cut it, obviously, like it was a bit smoother before, but it's always worth doing it just to make sure. And Leanne always says, doesn't she, less pressure first, because I felt before when we did it that there was too much pressure. Now then, I think that's like, oh my, well, I've cut it. I've cut a piece off, but
That's
hey,
all right.
look how amazing this is, right? That's moved, that's my fault. I absolutely apologise for that. But look at all these bits that have popped out here.
Nice.
So if you're doing like disco shakers, but you can see, shall I put it through again? I feel like I need to because that was totally my fault. Yeah, because that's totally my fault. Let me do that again. Just rub these off here. Does look good through
I like that holographic paper.
I do, it's amazing, isn't it? And it was just out a little pad down there. I think it's been out a while, this one, hasn't it? But we always have like a little extra bit down there. So let's do it again. And this time with the shimming the right way around, and this will do a lovely job. Okay, so it's this one, and then it's this one, and then it's this one, and then it's this one. There we go. Okie dokie. So we'll send that through now. But I'm loving all these disco bits.
They're disco bits, I love that.
These would make amazing shakers. And once we've put this as well, now we show you exactly how this would look over like colours or the silver panel. Okay, that's better. They're all wanting to drop out now. So let's just do that. Look at that. That's incredible, isn't it? Oh, I love it. Look at all these little bits here, all these circles. There we go. Look at that, that's amazing. So let's bring in some silver and show how that looks with the silver on there behind it to give it that complete disco effect. And then we'll bring it through with, we'll show you with some paper. So look at that on the silver.
Nice.
Which is really nice. It's very kind of disco-y.
Ooh, look at the sheen.
We bring it in onto maybe some blue. So you can see how good it is on the blue. Like that.
Oh, it changes it, doesn't it?
Doesn't it make it so different?
Yeah.
Let's try it on a piece of the orange that we had. So again.
Wow.
And I know what the ladies are saying about, obviously, for our American customers, doing 5x5 cards are more costly, whereas 5x7 is not. But this is 5x5, so this will still go onto a 5x7 card, and there's nothing stopping you from putting this at the top and then having your sentiment underneath, or having your extra little bits here, or put some ribbon. So you can still be doing that and sending that on a 5x7 card. It would still work. I have got 5x7 card down here, so
I think one of the samples with the hearts that Nicole's done, she's like, I don't know if it's been cut off or like extended down.
Yeah, it's that one, isn't it?
Is it that? Yeah, yes.
So yeah, extended that onto an A5. And obviously, we've got quite a lot of layers on here as well, so you could still keep it flat. And that's the great thing about the Creator Card dies, because you can use them completely flat like we've done today. We haven't raised anything up. But yeah, you can still do that, you know, and you could do it there, and then you could put something else here. So again, there's lots of things you can do it with it, even though it's 5x5. Pop that one back there. There we go.
So we've got, obviously, the mosaic has many possibilities. Jean-Marie is saying that I think this tile die is my favourite of the bunch. Absolutely beautiful. And Lois, once again, pretty card. Thank you, Sheila. Jean-Marie, a little tip for you all here in the US. If I pop a 5x5 square card in a 5x7 envelope with a 5x7 piece of scrap cardstock for support, it mails at the cheaper rate than a square card in the US. Yeah.
Isn't it weird that that's what happens?
It is. But
Dean's just said, while we're talking about cards, we do have some 5x5 card blanks and envelopes on the show as well today. So we've got the ivory and we've also got the craft one as well. So this one is available in the US only for a platinum price of $7.60. Sorry, so we're doing the craft card, there we go. That is your craft card there, so you get your 5x5 card blanks and then your envelopes in there as well. And then you've also got the lovely ivory card blanks and envelopes in there as well. That one is same price, $7.16 if you are platinum there. And then I think, are we showing one more of the creator cards? The animal print one.
Let's do the animal print, shall we? So the animal print, let's see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut. I'm not going to do the frame around it this time. I'm going to tape it down and I'm going to use it so that we get the shapes cut out and then we can layer it over a couple of things and see what it looks like. So if we do it in the black, because obviously the animal prints, so like tigers and things like that, would have the, obviously they'd have the lovely black edge around, like you know, like a tiger or a cheetah or something. So let's do that.
I know it's almost like they've got their own built-in outline on their pattern, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, definitely. So if we bring in a couple of like colours that you might see, you know, animal print. And obviously, we have a lot of animal print here. I mean, Debbie Robinson is the animal print queen. But let's show you this now. Because when you pull this out here, this can be, it can be giraffe.
Yeah.
If you did it in brown, it could be a giraffe. It could be this could be a cow. So you did it in white, that is black, obviously, so that would be a cow. You could also use it, I feel like you could use it as almost like a crazy paving.
Yeah.
You know, like a stone wall
Cobbles,
almost.
stone walls, a tortoise shell as well.
Tortoise shell, yeah. So if we leave that there and then we put it onto something like this, then you can see straight away how that is like animal print. We could put it onto cream, or you could do it the other way. It looks really great on the cream as well.
Yeah.
Almost, again, a bit of a stained glass effect, I feel. You know, you could be inking through this. This makes a really good stencil. And also, as well, if you bring on the pieces here, you know, like we've just seen, again, this looks really good because this is like, if you did it in brown, this would be giraffe, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So straight away, you can be making lots and lots of different things. You can be using these on like handbag cards, stuff like that. So it doesn't have to be, you know, a specific animal, really. I think the fact that we've just got that animal print there, I mean, look how amazing it is. But you could be doing it in grey and using it as like a stone wall.
Yeah. Or, I know obviously it is in the animal print, but you could even do, like, you could create a little heart out of that, couldn't you? And then you've got like a heart animal print.
Yes, yes, you could. Yeah, definitely. So you would start doing it like that and then pulling it up at the sides. And then obviously, this is not going to be the best example, but you can kind of see how you could get that. You could kind of do the heart shape.
Yeah.
We'd probably need another little thin one there maybe to kind of round that off at the top. But it could be done, most definitely it could be done. Like that, so you'd start to get that heart effect. Let's bring another one there. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then maybe pop another little one in there. Wow.
I know.
That has gone too quick.
It's gone far too quick, hasn't it?
It's gone way too quick for us to show all those 6. But yeah, you could certainly do a heart. If you've got a heart die, cut it out and then, or do a whole panel, bring all these onto here, arrange them and then cut the heart from that.
Yeah.
That would give you the heart then. That might be easier than doing it this way. But there's lots of ideas. We've barely scratched the surface really of what you can do with them.
Lovely stuff. We've had some fabulous demos though and showing you how you can use the creator cards in more ways than just the creator card. We will be back live in 1 hour's time for Masterclass on Tales of Wonderland. But thank you for joining us for that launch day and we will see you again very soon.